What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Pokemon TCG Pocket video. So I just played in a recent tournament with about 200 players. The deck list you see on the screen here is the deck that I took. It's a Blastoise EX deck. And I did play against Jeff Hoagland in the first round, which is one of the biggest Pokemon content creators out there. He played very well. It was a best of 3 game. And I will say right off the bat, my deck, I think, is not completely optimized. I did like having the Blastoise. I did like having the Farfetch. But I think the Lapras is where I went wrong with the deck building. I needed to do one or two things, and that was either A, add a leaf for Lapras, since Lapras has a retreat cost of 2. There were some times where I wanted to retreat it, but I needed 1x speed or double x speed to retreat it. Or B, I could have just taken out Lapras completely and gone with a different Pokemon or go with different trainer cards. But that is the deck. Unfortunately, I ended up going 2 and 3 in this tournament, so I didn't do very well. But I did want to go over these matches against Jeff Hoagland because I was recording. And I think this game was very good. It was a lot of back and forth. So I have it on 2x speed here just because there is a lot of downtime where either I'm thinking to make my play, he's thinking to make his play, or, you know, there's animations with the Misty coin flips that take a while. So I have it on double X speed just so we can get through this a little faster since there are 3 games. We went to the third match, best of 3, like I said. So in this one here, all I'm really trying to do is energy up my Blastoise. And I will say, I think there's 2 big misplays that I made in this game. So in his deck, he's running a Starmie EX Lumineon deck with Farfetch'd in there as well. So he's able to start sniping my bench, putting in some damage on my Blastoise EX. Lapras only does 20 damage for 1 energy, which is not a lot. So again, I think the Lapras didn't really work out as I wanted it to here. And now I got double Blastoise, which is actually really good. And then I get the Misty. So if I get lucky with the Misty here, I'm probably just winning the game. And yeah, I'm kind of taking a long time to decide my play. Unfortunately, get unlucky with the Misty. It is what it is. And here I'm deciding where to commit my energy. I think I put it on the healthy Blastoise to kind of just split up the energy a bit because he can keep targeting my weak Blastoise with the Lumineon. And then we keep attacking with the Lapras here. So here he goes ahead and just takes out my Farfetch for a point, which I think is actually a good play because, let me pause it real quick. I think that's a good play because it gives him a point and it also takes away the option of me retreating the Lapras to put in the Farfetch'd and take out the Lumineon since it has 40 HP and Farfetch'd does 40 damage. So I think that was a very, very good play on his part. I think where I mess up, I make 2 big mistakes in this game. So then I just put another energy on the healthy Blastoise and then attack the Lumineon for another 20 damage. So I don't believe he was running any potions in his deck. So this Lumineon is essentially going to die next turn unless he retreats it. I'm pretty lucky that he hasn't found Starmie EX yet. And this turn right here, I think this is where I make one of the biggest misplays, is I put an energy on the Lapras. I don't know why I did that. I really don't know. I think I just spaced out for a second. That was a huge misplay on my part because Lapras doesn't get to the 90 damage until it has 4 energy. So there's no reason to give it another energy, especially when I can kill this Lumineon with 20 damage. And then he can just put in Staryu, evolve into Starmie EX, and take out this Lapras. So I essentially wasted an energy this turn. This was definitely a big misplay on my part here. And I think I kind of take a second to realize, like, oh crap, I just messed up. So I go ahead, put a Farfetch down. I think because he's playing Sabrina. And then, yeah, I go ahead, take the point. But I'm not really feeling good about that play because I realized I just wasted an energy on the Lapras. So in comes the Staryu, and I'm thinking he has to have the Starmie EX by now, or he's going to find it, and he does have it. So Starmie EX comes in and punishes my mistake by essentially just taking away an energy, right? I just wasted that energy on Lapras when I could have committed it to one of my Blastoise. Now he's taking a little while to think here, and he actually, does something a little bit interesting where I'm not sure if it was the correct move or not. He does attack with the Finian and a Giovanni to attack into my Lapras for 30 damage. So that was kind of interesting to me. I wasn't too sure about that move, if that was a misplay on his part. If I were him, I think I probably would have just attacked with the Starmie, but I guess I could see it, right? If he attacks with a Starmie, takes out my Lapras, I just do 100 damage with my Blastoise, and then he has to retreat the Starmie again, and then he could be kind of screwed there. So I can see the thought process there. Now here, I think, is where I make the second biggest mistake in the game here. So my Lapras is at 30 HP. I have it chilling in the active spot, and I'm deciding what to do with my potions because I have 2 potions in hand here. So what is going through my mind in this moment is, oh, I'm going to retreat my Lapras, but he can just evolve into Finian and snipe my Lapras, right? So this was a huge misplay right here. This is misplay number 2 from me. I used both my potions on my Lapras. I was worried about my Lapras getting sniped by Lumineon, but it doesn't really matter because he only has 1 point anyways. So even if he snipes the Lapras, that's only 1 point. I go ahead, I could just retreat my Farfetch'd and then put in Blastoise and then take out Lumineon, right? So this was the second biggest misplay of the game for me right here, just putting the double potion on my Lapras. So now he's also going to take advantage of that misplay. I just attack with the Farfetch for 40 damage here since that's probably my best move at this point. But now he's going to punish my misplay. He's going to evolve into the Lumineon, and then he is going to attack the healthy Blastoise, putting it down to 80 HP. So once my healthy Blastoise is down to 80 HP, basically all my Pokemon in the game at this point are now within lethal range of Starmie EX. I don't have any more potions in my deck, so there's really nothing I can do. I kind of just put myself into a corner here. I can attack with the Farfetch'd and deal 40 damage, take out the Lumineon because, yeah, that's it. So that's all I could do at that point. But yeah, there was the 2 big misplays this game because, yeah, I could have won this game. It was definitely in my hands. The first misplay, again, was putting that energy on the Lapras and just wasting it. If I didn't do that, then look what happens right here. Let's say I have 1 extra energy on the Blastoise. Blastoise is at 4 energy now. If I had 1 more energy on this Blastoise, I'm doing 160 damage and I'm one-shotting this Starmie EX to win the game. So that would have won me the game. But also, if I didn't waste the double potion on the Lapras, if I did double potion on Blastoise EX here, I go to 120 health and I'm surviving a hit from Starmie EX. So those were the 2 big misplays. I go ahead and just concede there because, yeah, I messed up. It happens. Sometimes, it comes down to those tense situations in these games. You kind of just make a mistake, and I try to move on from it. So we go into round 2 now. Again, this is a best 2 out of 3, and this is round 1 in the tournament, by the way. So in this round, I am going first, which I don't necessarily love. Unless I'm opening with Lapras and Misty, then I actually don't hate it. If I get to high roll with Misty, that's actually pretty nice. Here, I'm just thinning out the deck with some Pokeballs. We get our Farfetch'd, and then I think I go ahead and use the Misty. Yeah, go ahead, use the Misty. Unfortunate, just Tails. That really, really sucks for me. So he starts off with a Farfetch'd and then draws some cards with Research. Gets a Finion in the back and starts doing some damage with the Farfetch'd. So again, here, I think the Lapras was really holding this deck back because if I had Leaf, I can retreat this Lapras for free and then start attacking with Farfetch for 40 damage. But since I don't run a leaf in my deck, I'm just dealing 20 damage with the Lapras. He goes ahead and uses one Misty, and he gets nothing on his end, which is good for me. And then here comes the Farfetch, dealing another 40 damage to me. And then Professor's Research. And then I'm like, okay, I got my Squirtle. I got Blastoise. Now I'm just looking for Wartortle at this point. I just need to energy up my Squirtle and just keep chipping away at his Pokemon with my non-EX Pokemon right now. This is a very smart play by him right here. He X speeds the Farfetch to get out of harm's way. That takes away a point, and then he puts in the Lumineon to be able to put some damage on my Squirtle there. So that really put me in a pinch here. I'm kind of lucky that I drew a second Squirtle, because now this Squirtle is just dead, right? Like that Squirtle's gone. One potion is not going to be able to save it. I put the other Squirtle down, I put an energy on it, and then again I'm just chipping away with the Lapras. But again, I think the Lapras was really holding me back in this deck. It didn't perform as well as I had hoped to, unfortunately. And now the Lumineon is just going to snipe my second Squirtle here. So now both Squirtles are at 10 HP with 1 energy on them. So not looking too good for either of my Squirrels here. I go ahead and just retreat the Lapras because I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and start dealing damage with the Farfetch. And I'm going to pause right here real quick. So I could have evolved into Wartortle, but the thing is, if I evolve into Wartortle, then he just kills that Wartortle with Lumineon, right? So I think I did make the correct play this turn here with holding off on evolving one of my Squirtles, because he kills one, whichever one stays alive, then I evolve into the Wartortle and heal up with a potion. So that's why I didn't evolve the Squirtle that turn. And now he's taking some time to decide here. So he just has a board full of Farfetch, Lumineon, and Finneon. No Starmie in this matchup. So now I do get a Wartortle, and I do double potion here. And that will go ahead and put it out of Lumineon range. So that is very good for me. And then here, I think, yeah, I just go ahead and start building up the Wartortle. Since I do have Blastoise in my hand, we can go ahead and just yeah, deal some damage with Farfetch, I think is what I do here. Yeah, so I just use my Farfetch to take out one of his, so that is 1 point for me. And again, he played this game very well. It was a lot of back and forth, a lot of small decisions, you know, when to attack, when to heal, when to retreat. This was a very, very intricate game, and I very much enjoyed it. So he puts in a Farfetch'd, takes out my Farfetch'd, and then here, I don't remember which Pokemon I put in. Okay, I just put in the Wartortle. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Evolve the other Squirtle into Wartortle, evolve into Blastoise, and then from here on out, I'm dealing 100 damage per turn. I think I put in that Farfetch there just in case he hits me with a Sabrina. So now I'm up 2-1, and I think essentially he needs like Starmie EX right here or something to win the game, because if not, then yeah, this Blastoise EX is just winning the game. He does find the Starmie, another energy on the Starmie, able to attack me for 90 damage now. So my Blastoise goes down to 80 HP. Now here is where things get pretty tight, right? Essentially what I need to win is I need to flip 1 head with Misty, and then I get 4 energy, and then a 5th energy from my turn, and I get 160 damage on the Starmie EX. So that's what I need to win here, is to flip at least 1 heads on the Misty. I guess if that didn't happen, I could also retreat this Blastoise into the other Blastoise, but I'll probably just lose that way as well. So I do get a little bit of luck here with the Misty coin flips, and then I take game 2. So I will admit, definitely got a little bit lucky there with the coin flips, and that was game 2. Now we go into game 3. So going into game 3, I'm going second, which I think I do prefer going second in this matchup here. Going second is really good for Starmie EX, so Yeah, then he has a Misty turn 1 though, which is kind of scary. He gets 1 heads here on the Staryu going first, and from there I'm thinking I lost the game. If he has Starmie EX, like it's just over. Like that is just so much momentum. Going first with Staryu, getting 1 energy on your first turn, and then evolving into the Starmie EX next turn. So yeah, I'm essentially thinking in my mind, if he gets Starmie EX, I just lost the game essentially. But I try my best to, play to my outs. I put in the Farfetch to swing for 40 damage. That way, if he doesn't have the Starmie EX, I can KO the Staryu in 2 hits. He doesn't have it, luckily for me, but he does retreat Staryu, puts in Farfetched, attacks for 40 damage. I do have a Wartortle, and I'm looking for some Misty coin flips. I get Tails, of course, right? So unfortunate. Now I'm here. I'm kind of deciding what do I need to do here. I think I just go ahead, put an energy on the Wartortle, and I'm just kind of hoping I draw into a Blastoise at this point. Potion isn't doing anything on Farfetch'd. I could potion the Squirtle. Looking back on it, I don't know if that was the right decision to potion the Squirtle in that moment. That was a very early potion, so that maybe could have been a misplay as well. So here he just go ahead, take out my Farfetch'd with his Farfetch'd, and now I actually put in the Squirtle because I can take out the Farfetch'd for 20 damage with the Squirtle. This, I'm not sure if this is the correct move or not. It's kind of tricky to say whether or not I was going to draw into the Blastoise. Because if I do draw into the Blastoise, I put in another energy on Wartortle, go into Blastoise. Yeah, that would be good. But this Sabrina right here, I think was just game ending. I'm going to actually rewind this a little bit here. So this turn, I think, was just like game ending right here. Yeah, so I think it was this turn that basically just won the game. He has Sabrina. I have to put in Wartortle. He puts in the Starmie EX. Oh, actually, you know what? That is why I put the energy on Squirtle. That way, if he did have Sabrina, it wouldn't just all get lost with the Wartortle. But I don't even think it matters at this point. He just got me, right? Sabrina plus Starmie EX. Take out my Wartortle. All I have now is a Squirtle, and that's game. So go ahead, concede there. And that was it. Again, very, very tough matchup. Very intricate matchup. It was very fun to play this game. I did learn from this match. I did make some misplays. I think my deck was not optimal as well. So yeah, a lot to learn from this video, even if it was a loss. Let me know what you guys think about this video. This video is a little bit different. I think I want to do a little bit more tournament matches analysis and things like that. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments down below if you like this video and if you would like to see more videos similar to this. I'm going to be playing in some more tournaments this week. So I'm going to try and record some more tournament footage for you guys. I'm going to try out different decks. And I may stream as well on the weekend. I did stream last weekend. If you were there last weekend, appreciate it. So keep an eye out. I might stream again this Saturday or Sunday. I will let you guys know and probably post on YouTube or something. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate you all, and I will see you in the next one. Later.